That's what is taking my mind. So after the grouping, I got a problem again. Because of my job, I couldn't attend the grouping. And this guy over here, Paul, helped me about, and other people, to have a time that so we can attend a grouping. There's about 3 seminarians there to start with. So in this grouping, this is the place where I learned the foundation of Cursillo. The fighting, the study, and the action. Fighting. I learned to to pray before I knew it, because I grew up with my grandmother, who was very religious. In the Philippines, there's a lot of religious people over there. I was 3 years old, and my grandmother, he became a widow at a very young age of 25 years old, with 6 kids. Yeah, and she was able to send everybody to college, and so she became an empty nester. So she talked to my mom, said, "Can I take care of Ramon?" So I grew up. So my mom said, "Yeah." So I grew up with my grandmother. I thought my grandmother is my mom. I still remember one day, early morning, I asked her, I said, "Grandma, why do I have to wake up so early? My brothers and sisters, they were still sleeping." My grandma said, "Ramon, we have to go to church." That's my grandma. So it's something. About 10 years ago, God called me to get out there and to help the children. I became a CASA worker. CASA is a court-appointed special advocate. We are advocate for the abused and neglected children. We monitor children in the group homes, shelters, foster homes. And through the years, the court gave me about 11 children. My first one was about 6 kids from Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah, 6 kids from Chicago, and they are drug babies. So drug babies is when they have, they were born, there's drug, and the diseases will take them right away. And we were able to find a nice place for them. And my second one, 3 sisters. Actually, they're not very far from here. And they were abused sexually abused by their mother and boyfriend. And it's sad, but we were able to find a nice, they were all returned to their mother after several years of therapy. My third one was a very angry boy, and he likes to fight. And I visited this boy in the jail several times. One time we were able to find a job for this boy at McDonald's restaurant. So we are all happy. But it lasted only about 6 months because he woke out. He woke out because his supervisor confronted him for eating just 1 nugget. I said, "You don't have to walk out there, because you cannot come back there." So he lost his job. My fourth one is a 14 years old boy. He graduated in Bolingbrook High School. He was neglected by his father after the death of his mother, and so he ended up with his grandmother. But this boy loves to run away, and that's why he ended up with me. Because this kid is, most of the kids that, those problem kids, they give us to us. Yeah. The happy thing is he was able to graduate high school and he's going to college. But the thing with this one day, they decided to go to Chicago with his friend, and they found the body of this boy dead by a gunshot. That's sad. And my current kids today is a nice kid. He was abused from birth. We work together, but see with these kids, they have a very low self-esteem. Like my boy right now, something sad happened last November. His girlfriend broke up with him, and he tried to kill himself. He stayed in the hospital for 5 days. And I am a volunteer also of the upper room. It's a crisis hotline to prevent suicide. So they got me to kind of attend to this boy because what happened? We're watching the boy because they might do it again, and and he might be successful at the time. So we're watching him, but he's there. And about 3 years ago maybe, I was driving at the Lower Walker Drive, and I saw these people lying on the sidewalk, and it bothers me so much. When I came home, I always remember them. So the following week, I bought some food, a lot of food, and give it to them. And then they say, I need only something for me, not much, and give some other food to other people. And through the years of going there, they keep on asking me for blue jeans. I said, where will you get blue jeans? I got only 2 blue jeans to myself. So when I have a little extra money, I go to Goodwill, buy some clothing and Bible for their spiritual needs. And last summer, somebody found out about this, our sister in Christ found out about my ministry. So she took to Christ Servant Church. They can accept money. That's why there's some envelope that goes to Christ. So what happened now is anything that I have, I just shoot them the invoice, they reimburse me. It really helps me a lot because the more the blue jeans we can have, the more people we can help. Now we extended our ministry, not only the homeless under the bridge in Viaduct, Chicago. We have that now, the 10th city in the west side of Chicago. So the more we have the resources, the more we can help. And I like to thank you so much because all these things. And my wife is so helpful to me because sometimes this is like a 1 month, but with your help, it's really make it easier for me. Because these blue jeans, I will size this up. I size them up and then that's what I give it to them. And I select, I give them only 1 blue jeans. Only 1 blue jeans in 1 month, that's all. And I come back. Sometimes I get their size and come back and they got their sizes. And if you guys want to come, you're invited. You can just watch or help me. It's easy. You're safe under those bridges and viaducts. You are with me. They know me there. You're safe. And because I like people that can duplicate what I do because I'm old. I won't get. And the thing with this, if you see a homeless person, begging, on a corner of the street, give them something. Give them $1 or more.
I do that all the
Or
time.
if you don't want to give money, just have a little Ziploc bag maybe with a gift card or a cookies and things like that. Give it to them. I'm pretty sure they will not buy alcohol for that. Most of them, they don't have food. They'll buy food. And we have a notion that homeless makes a lot of money. That is beggars. That's not true really. Because according to the research, a typical panhandler in Chicago makes only about $10 to $15 a day. That's all. You have your calling. Follow your calling, whatever your calling. That's what Jesus would like us to do. As Father Francis, Pope Francis said, the way of giving is as important as the gift. Take all the rest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's very powerful, and it's a good reminder that there is a need out there. We don't have an echo speaker, but I'm going to throw it open to anybody that has a comment to make. I'll start. My daughter is a social worker at an inner city hospital, and she really kind of woke me up to this whole thing of clothes. People that are homeless, clothes are a throwaway commodity because they have no way to wash. So they just wear clothes until they're done and throw them in the garbage. So clothes, especially jeans, coats in the wintertime, gloves, socks, are very important to the homeless. So this is a very worthwhile ministry that you've started, and thank you. God bless you. So anybody have any comments they'd like to make as a follow-up to this? Kathy?
I have a question. When you give jeans, do you also give spiritual guidance or do you?
Yes,
any at all?
I forgot that in my talk. Father Bob of Christ the Servant blessed me to give a communion service in Chicago. So most of the time when I go there, I do the communion service. And there's a lot of Catholics there. Most of them are Christians, and they know to pray the Lord's Prayer. And we were able to invite to Christ some of the non-believers. And that's very helpful.
How many in your organization? Just you and your wife, or is there more?
There's one there, and we get some people at the church that help us. That helps me. And some people, they come to my house and they size, because all these blue jeans will be sized. We size them before we give it to them. And the Christ the Servant Church, that's the church that I was a parishioner there before. I was still a parishioner before, but we moved to Plainfield. That's why I'm in St. Mary Church now.
What church?
St. Mary. In Plainfield. Yeah. But yeah, we got people. We invite people. You can come with me, and you'll be a member of the family.
Because then when you do your going with you, we go out to where these people are. Is that what we do? Or?
Yeah, every second Sunday of the month, okay, we go there at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock under the Walker Drive. There's some people there that just go there. I wait for them, 11 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, they're there, they'll follow me. We go to that Walker Drive, actually, there's another one there. It's deep there. And then we minister there, and then from there we go to the Lakeshore Drive. There's every Sunday there's some people there that worship, about 25 of them. Most of them are homeless. So we go there too and give some blue jeans, food, if they need food. And we go to Belmont, under the bridge of Belmont, and Fullerton, and then the 10th city in the west side of Chicago. So that's.
So where is Water Drive? Where is
Lower Wacker.
Lower Wacker.
So you see these gifts on the table, and I'm not surprised. We have such an incredibly generous parish, and these are a good start. There's also an envelope. If you did not bring jeans, or you didn't have any at home, there's an envelope here that he will gladly take cash, and you can buy jeans for the homeless. So that's another way to give. Anybody else have a comment or question? Okay, well, we'll go on to our clergy response. So Deacon Jim.
Does he want to sit?